How's it going, guys? Gaming Goddess here with a review on Yomawari Midnight Shadow, a survival horror game published and developed by Nippon Ichi Software and is the sequel to Yomawari Night Alone. This time we are following our two main characters, Yui and Haru, two best friends who are met with an unfortunate fate. So with that being said, let's get right into this spoofy review. Summer is almost over. My name is Yui, and I'm in elementary school. Yesterday my dog died. It's been hard. I cried a lot. It's late summer and our two main characters can be seen watching the fireworks together. Here we find that Haru is going to be moving after summer vacation. This makes Yui very sad. The two girls end up getting lost in the mountains and are then separated. Our mission is to hopefully reunite these two friends. Already we're off to a good start. Yui's dog died and our two best friends are separated, so let's go ahead and take a look at the gameplay. The player explores Nighttown with their only source of light being a magical flashlight. Now I seriously need one of these things because it never runs out of battery. With that aside, the player will encounter lots of different sprites and of course they're all out to get you. Throughout the game, the player will have to avoid these ghosts while picking up items. Some of these items are collectibles, others you need in order to progress the story. When avoiding the bad things that want to kill you, the player can run, hide, or throw things. Running requires stamina. When our little Haru here isn't scared, she can actually run a lot longer. But when she is scared, this poor girl's heart will beat really fast and she won't be able to run for very long, making her extremely vulnerable. This is where we take advantage of hiding and throwing rocks. Thankfully, some of the ghosty ghosts will disappear after hiding for a while. Now this game isn't exactly direct in what your objective is for each chapter. For example, when opening the map in the upper right hand corner, it will say something like "look for Yui." That doesn't exactly tell me where to go, but sometimes there will be a cute little doggo to help guide you through certain areas. Now it's not always like this, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it will tell you, like, go to the mountains, or look for the library, but of course, not all the time. The map will automatically fill as you explore. The player will also find little statues that act as both a save location and quick travel spot. The player will be able to travel to any statue they find along the way when they interact with one. Lastly, we have some boss battles, which is interesting because our small child here can't actually fight. At the end of a chapter, the character will have to avoid bosses all while collecting items or turning off lamps, or sometimes you just have to wait till the sprite's done tormenting you. Once a chapter is complete, for most of the chapters, the player will take the role of Yui for a short amount of time and will then be back in Haru's room once it's time to play as Haru again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the graphics and audio. Yomawari Midnight Shadow is done in the same creepy cute chibi art style just like Night Alone. Our main characters of course look super cute, the puppy is cute, but everything else, well, it's exactly that, creepy. There are cutscenes, but there are no fancy anime ones. As far as the clipping and graphical errors go, I honestly didn't see any other than my poor little pupper here running into the wall. As for the audio, this game does not have voice acting, but we do have some nice spooky little sound effects and some creepy background music. We are now coming close to the end of the review, so let's go ahead and take a look at the pros and cons based on my opinion and personal game experience. First, some pros would include 2 playable characters, save statues that act as both save points and a way of fast traveling through the town. Unlike Night Alone, here we can actually save the game and it's not just a quick save. So if you leave the game, wherever you save it, whatever statue you save it at, you will actually load up at that exact same location. There are boss battles. This game really isn't that long. I've maybe put about 16 hours into it max. Of course, that's not 100% completion, that's just the main storyline of the game. And of course, there is an interesting little story. As for the cons, if you don't like hard games, then some of the bosses and shadow monsters are quite annoying and actually require some skill to avoid. This could be a combination of both running, hiding, and collecting. If you are in the middle of a boss fight and you press the PS button, it will start you outside of the area of the boss fight. This is rather annoying because there's no real pause button, and sometimes you just need a pause in the middle of a boss fight to do important things. This game series also likes to kill dogs. So there you have it. Yomawari Midnight Shadow is the perfect spoopy game for Halloween. It provides a good challenge and a sad little story between two friends in a short amount of time. There are a lot of not so happy things in this game. For instance, suicide is one of the main themes of the game. Now, I know these things are very sensitive for some people, so I would not recommend this game if it's something that would bother you. The gameplay itself is good. As I said before, there are some areas that actually do require skill and puzzle solving to get through. On the bright side, you can get a trophy for dying a whole bunch of times, so Haru's multiple deaths are obviously worth something in the mind of the creators. Overall, I am a huge fan of this series. I'm fully aware that this game is fiction, but yes, it does have elements that may not be fit for someone who is easily triggered by certain topics. Not to mention there are lots of jump scares. I do not want you to play this game if you think it's something that's going to emotionally affect you. It is just a video game, I know, but it can still happen. So with that being said, Yomawari Midnight Shadow gets an overall rating of 8 out of 10. If Yui didn't kill herself and if the game didn't kick you out of a boss area for pressing the PS button, of course I would have given it a perfect score. So if you liked this video, feel free to leave a like. Also leave me some comments below with your opinion of the game, if you want to say hi, or if you have any review suggestions. Follow me on Twitter and support me on Patreon if you aren't already. Also, if you are watching this on the 31st of October, then I hope you have a safe Halloween, as I will probably be out getting myself lots of candy. So, follow me on Twitter for Halloween tweets, alright? Yeah, do it. It'll be great. It'll be a good time. If you aren't watching on Halloween, then I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. This has been a Gaming Goddess review, and remember to keep on gaming.